If you are over 70 or have a loved one in that stage of life, you may have noticed moments when memory doesn't feel as sharp as it once did. Maybe you've walked into a room and forgotten why, misplaced your glasses, or struggled to recall a familiar name. Many people brush it off and say, "It's just old age." But here's the truth. Memory loss after 70 is not always inevitable, and even when it shows up, there are powerful ways to fight it and protect your brain health. Today, I want to take you on a journey to understand the reality behind memory changes after 70 and the steps you can take to keep your mind sharp, active, and alive with memories that matter. When most people think about aging, they picture frailty, forgetting things, and losing independence. But science is showing us a very different story. Yes, the brain changes with age, but memory loss is not an automatic sentence after 70. In fact, there are many seniors living full, vibrant lives with excellent memory. What makes the difference? Lifestyle, mindset, habits, and a proactive approach to brain health. Before we dive into strategies, let's clear up some myths about memory loss so you know exactly what to watch out for. The first myth is that every senior will get dementia. That is simply not true. Forgetting small things occasionally, like where you left your car keys, is often just a normal part of aging. Dementia is not. Alzheimer's disease, for example, is a medical condition that affects some people, but it is not the fate of every person who crosses the age of 70. The second myth is that brain health cannot improve after a certain age. The reality is that your brain is plastic, meaning it can adapt, rewire, and form new connections at any age. Even in your 70s and 80s, you can strengthen your memory and protect your mental sharpness. Now let's talk about why memory loss happens. After 70, as we age, the brain does go through natural changes. The hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory, tends to shrink slightly. Blood flow to the brain can also decrease, and the communication between neurons can slow down. Add in health conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or lack of physical activity, and memory can be affected even more. But here's the encouraging part. Just because these changes are common, doesn't mean they can't be slowed down, reversed, or managed. So how do you fight memory loss after 70? Let's start with the foundation, your lifestyle. One of the most powerful tools to protect memory is exercise. Movement increases blood flow to the brain, encourages the growth of new brain cells, and keeps your mind sharp. Even something as simple as walking 30 minutes a day can boost your brain health. Studies have shown that seniors who stay physically active perform better on memory tests and are less likely to develop dementia. So, whether it's walking, yoga, swimming, or even dancing, keep your body moving. Next is diet. The brain is hungry for nutrients, and what you eat directly affects memory. The Mediterranean diet, rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, fish, nuts, and olive oil, has been proven to support cognitive health. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish like salmon and sardines, are especially powerful for protecting brain cells. On the other hand, processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive alcohol can damage brain function. If you're over 70 and want to fight memory loss, think of your food as brain fuel. Every bite can either strengthen or weaken your memory. Sleep is another crucial factor. Many older adults struggle with sleep issues, but poor sleep can accelerate memory problems. During deep sleep, the brain processes memories and clears out toxins linked to Alzheimer's disease. If you're not sleeping well, your brain doesn't get the chance to recharge. To improve sleep, create a bedtime routine. Avoid screens before bed and keep your room cool and dark. Even short naps can help refresh your mind and memory. But let's not forget the mental workouts. Just like your muscles need exercise, your brain does too. Reading, solving puzzles, learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, or even trying new hobbies are like strength training for the mind. The more you challenge your brain, the more resilient it becomes. Many seniors fall into routines that stop stimulating the brain, but breaking out of those patterns, like taking a new route to the store or learning to cook a new recipe, can keep memory sharp. Now, let's talk about stress. Chronic stress releases cortisol, a hormone that damages memory and shrinks the hippocampus. Over time, seniors who live under constant stress often experience more memory problems. The good news is that stress can be managed. Meditation, deep breathing, prayer, or even spending time in nature can calm the mind and protect the brain. Even a few minutes a day of mindfulness can make a big difference in preserving memory. Another powerful tool to fight memory loss is social connection. Loneliness is one of the most underestimated risks to memory. Seniors who feel isolated are at much higher risk of cognitive decline. Staying socially active, whether through family, friends, community groups, or volunteering, keeps your brain engaged. Conversations, laughter, and emotional support all stimulate brain activity and protect memory. So, don't underestimate the power of human connection. It's also important to mention medical checkups. Sometimes memory issues are caused not by aging, but by other treatable conditions. Low vitamin B12, thyroid problems, medication side effects, and even dehydration can mimic memory loss. That's why regular checkups are vital. If you or a loved one notice unusual memory changes, don't just ignore it. Talk to a doctor. Early detection and treatment can make a huge difference. While we're on the subject of health, let's touch on habits that harm memory. Smoking, excessive drinking, sitting too much, and eating an unhealthy diet all accelerate brain decline. Cutting back on these habits or eliminating them can instantly start to protect memory. On the flip side, building positive habits like staying curious, moving more, and connecting with others creates a strong defense against memory loss. Now, let's dive into some advanced strategies. Brain-boosting supplements like omega-3s, vitamin D, and curcumin have shown promise in supporting memory health. However, supplements should never replace a healthy lifestyle. They are just an addition. Music therapy is another fascinating tool. Listening to favorite songs or learning a new instrument stimulates multiple parts of the brain and can bring back powerful memories, even in those with memory decline. Aromatherapy, with scents like rosemary and peppermint, has also been linked to improved alertness and recall. It's also worth mentioning the role of technology. Seniors today have access to brain training apps, memory games, and online classes that didn't exist before. These tools can be fun and effective ways to exercise the brain daily. Something as simple as using a reminder app or digital calendar can also reduce frustration and help manage day-to-day memory challenges. But beyond all these techniques, perhaps the most important factor is attitude. Seniors who believe that memory decline is inevitable often give up and stop trying. But those who adopt a growth mindset, believing they can still learn, adapt, and improve, experience better outcomes. Your brain is listening to your beliefs. If you tell yourself you're too old to learn, your brain shuts down. If you tell yourself it's never too late, your brain rises to the challenge. To sum it up, memory loss after 70 is not a destiny. It's a challenge, yes, but one you can fight with the right tools: exercise, diet, sleep, mental activity, stress, management, social connection, medical care, and attitude all play powerful roles in keeping your mind strong. The truth is, you have more control over your memory than you might realize. Every choice you make today is either building or breaking your brain health for tomorrow. So, if you're over 70 or caring for someone who is, start small. Go for a walk, eat more greens and fish, read a book, call a friend, take a nap, meditate for 5 minutes. These simple steps, repeated daily, can add up to a stronger, sharper memory for years to come. Don't let fear of aging define your future. Take control of your brain health and discover that it's never too late to fight memory loss. And remember, aging stronger is not about avoiding the years. It's about living those years with clarity, purpose, and joy. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Aging Stronger for more tips on living your best life after 60. Together, let's keep our minds sharp and our hearts full, no matter our age.